Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy.com in the first week of July 2025. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any local community in America and beyond. Actor Julian McMahon died July 2, 2025 in Clearwater, Florida. He died of cancer at the age of 56. He was one of the stars of Nip Tuck, playing Dr. Christian Troy, and he was Dr. Doom in the 2005 Fantastic Four and its sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer. McMahon is also being remembered for his prominent role on Charmed, where he played Cole Turner. Baseball player Bobby Jenks died July 4, 2025 in Sintra, Portugal. He died of adenocarcinoma at the age of 44. He was a relief pitcher for the Chicago White Sox and Boston Red Sox in the 2000s and 2010s, known as a powerful closer. Jenks is being remembered for helping the White Sox to victory in his rookie year at the 2005 World Series, including throwing the final pitch of the series. Footballer Diogo Jota died July 3, 2025 in Spain. He died at the age of 28 of injuries sustained in a car crash, along with his brother Andre Silva. Hailing from Portugal, he was best known for his years with England's Liverpool Football Club, helping his team to victories including the 2024-25 Premier League title. Jota is being remembered for his energetic and skillful play and for his unique signature move to celebrate scoring a goal. Composer Mark Snow died July 4, 2025 at his home in Connecticut at the age of 78. He composed the iconic theme song to The X-Files, as well as working on the show's score for its entire original run and its later revival. Snow is also being remembered for his music for such TV shows as Heart to Heart, Falcon Crest, Smallville, and Blue Bloods. Actor Kenneth Colley died June 30, 2025 at his home in Ashford, Kent, England. He died after contracting COVID-19 and pneumonia at the age of 87. He played Admiral Piet in The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, the only actor to play an Imperial officer in 2 Star Wars films. Colley is also being remembered for such roles as Jesus in Monty Python's Life of Brian. Rapper Young Noble died July 4, 2025 in Atlanta at the age of 47. Born Rufus Lee Cooper III, he was a member of Outlaws, the hip-hop group co-founded by Tupac Shakur. Young Noble is being remembered for his collaborations with Tupac and with members of Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. A note to remember, sometimes personal information, such as someone's cause of death, is not announced immediately by their family or the authorities. When a cause of death has not been officially confirmed, we do not report on rumors. Every family has a right to their privacy. Singer Mosie Burks died July 7, 2025 in Byram, Mississippi at the age of 92. She was a lead soloist for the Mississippi Mass Choir, singing on gospel favorites like They Got the Word, I'm Not Tired Yet, and This Morning When I Rose. Burks is being remembered for her powerful voice and her joyful performances with the legendary choir. Football player and civil rights activist Pettis Norman died July 7, 2025 in his sleep at the age of 86. He was a tight end for the Dallas Cowboys and San Diego Chargers in the 1960s and 70s, starting in Super Bowl V with the Cowboys. He is also being remembered for his work to advance civil rights, including helping end segregationist policies within the Cowboys. Norman served in the Texas Army National Guard for 6 years in the 1960s while he was playing for the Cowboys. Businessman Alan Hassenfeld died July 8, 2025 in London at the age of 76. He was the former CEO of Hasbro Toys, the business founded by his family. Hassenfeld is being remembered for his philanthropy, including playing a key role in founding the Hasbro Children's Hospital in Rhode Island. Basketball coach Frank Layden died July 9, 2025, in Salt Lake City at the age of 93. He was head coach for the Utah Jazz in the 1980s, leading the team to the NBA playoffs in 5 straight seasons. He later coached the WNBA's Utah Stars. Layden is being remembered for his larger-than-life personality and his passion for basketball. At least 120 people have died, and others remain missing after flash floods struck central Texas over the July 4th holiday weekend. As of this recording, this is a developing situation, and details could change in the coming days. Visit the link on screen to give your support to local relief efforts. On July 8, 2025, 3 people were killed in flash flooding in Ruidoso, New Mexico. As of this recording, not all those who died have been publicly identified. There are still a few more celebrity tributes, but first, let me just say that some of the most remarkable obituaries we saw this week at Legacy weren't for celebrities, but for everyday people like you and me. Those include a beloved mom and grandmom who, as a child, was famous as one of the 10 O'Neill sisters who wore matching outfits to every Easter parade. A jazz musician, dad, and investment advisor whose simple life motto was never give up. A Holocaust survivor who was captured by the Nazis as a teenager and escaped by jumping a passing train. And a behind-the-scenes television genius who helped make HGTV what it is today. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy.com also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 1 year ago this week, actress Shelley Duvall died at the age of 75. She starred in such movies as The Shining and 3 Women, and she created and hosted the TV show Fairy Tale Theater. 5 years ago this week, actress and singer Naya Rivera died at the age of 33. She was best known for her award-winning performance as Santana Lopez on the TV show Glee. 10 years ago this week, actor Omar Sharif died at the age of 83. A native of Egypt, he starred in such movies as Lawrence of Arabia, Dr. Zhivago, and Funny Girl. Actor Ron Glass was born 80 years ago this week. He died in November 2016 at the age of 71. He was best known for his TV roles in Barney Miller and Firefly. TV host Merv Griffin was born 100 years ago this week. He died in August 2007 at the age of 82. He hosted the popular long-running talk show that bore his name, and he created hit game shows like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Texas and Alabama have been lowered to honor the memory of those who lost their lives in the recent floods in Texas. Flags in Kansas have been lowered to honor the memory of Phillips County Deputy Brandon Gady, who died in the line of duty. Flags in South Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of former State Representative James Rowland Smith. Flags in South Carolina have also been lowered to honor the memory of Deputy Frank Devin Mason of the Darlington County Sheriff's Office, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Ohio have been lowered to honor the memory of Scioto County Commissioner Kathy Coleman. Flags in Missouri have been lowered to honor the memory of St. Louis Fire Department firefighter Lee M. Krause. Flags in Alabama have been lowered to honor the memory of former state representatives H. Mack Gibson and Ralph Burke. Flags in Maryland have been lowered to honor the memory of Deputy Mark Porter of the St. Mary's County Sheriff's Office, who died in the line of duty. Flags in New York have been lowered to honor the memory of West Colesville Fire Chief James Seatek, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Tennessee have been lowered to honor the memory of former Representative Steve Bivens. Flags in Rhode Island have been lowered to honor the memory of former Governor Edward DePreet. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. Follow Legacy.com on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.